Let's welcome Clint Didier.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the candidates for stepping forward and giving up their lives for our country. And I am going to ask for a team effort from each and every one of them. We cannot take this many candidates into the primary. If we do, and the Democrats throw another one with Patty, we will have nobody in the general. We must be a team here, a team of 6 against 1, and we're going to win. My number when we were with the Redskins was 86. We're going to 86 Patty Murray. I was born and raised on a farm. My mom and dad broke it open in 1954. They brought it from sagebrush and sand. Water made it the Garden of Eden. That's where I was born. That's where I learned my work ethic that got me all the way to the NFL and played in 2 Super Bowls, which we won. Played in 3, won 2. I've been blessed by this great land, and it's time to give back. Thomas Jefferson once said, when the people fear the government, you have tyranny. And when the government fears the people, you have liberty. We are now going to be the force that the government's going to fear. I suspect the question will come. What does this dirt farmer and this ex-NFL jock have to offer for our problems of today? Well, football's a pretty good example. In every football game, there's a game plan. You follow the game plan, you usually win. You don't follow the game plan, you lose. Our founding fathers gave us the perfect game plan. It's the Constitution of the United States. In every game plan, there's basic principles. You got to work hard, you got to dedicate yourself, persistence, visualization. And with that, you win. On the football field, when one team steps over the line of scrimmage, it's called encroachment. That's what the federal government is doing today to us. They're encroaching on our basic rights and freedoms by stepping over the line of scrimmage where they don't belong. I want to change that. One of the basic rights of the founding fathers in the Bill of Rights was the 10th Amendment. States' rights precedent of federal. We're the states. That is a critical amendment. We got to all recognize that. The Didier game plan has a game plan also for Washington. Number 1, let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to following and honoring the Constitution of the United States, number 1. Number 2, I'm signing a written pledge to never raise taxes or increase taxes. Anybody that thinks raising taxes is what we need today doesn't understand the problem. It's not a revenue problem. It's a spending problem. And by the way, Jim DeMint, he might be a fine senator, but he's not the one I want to align myself with. He's taken earmarks for his state. Colburn from Oklahoma has never taken an earmark. That's who I want to align myself with. Number 3, folks, even if we're not in an economic tsunami, wouldn't it be a good idea right now to lower taxes and stimulate the economy? Yes. Now it's imperative. It is imperative to get the money back into the hands of the Americans to rebuild our entrepreneurial business infrastructure. Number 4, and an immediate freeze on congressional salaries. Yes. If you want to get rid of career politicians, you got to take the incentive out of it. We got to freeze the congressional salaries. Number 2, take away their retirement plans. Number 3, take away their health care plans. If I had my way, they'd be going to the VA hospitals, the same place where the other people that serve this great nation are veterans, and they would get their procedures, their diagnostic procedures, their medical, surgeries, everything at the VA hospitals. You got it. I'm an athlete. I get excited. I do. And I coach those kids at Connell High School. And when I tell them, when you step on that field, you take a controlled rage on that field. Don't you lose your composure, but you take a controlled rage on that field. And when somebody smacks you in the mouth, you don't strike back. You wait till the next play. That's what we need in Washington, is a controlled rage. In addition to that, number 5, I will work for a bill that requires that Congress lives by the same retirement plans as us, their constituents. Social Security. The word is in from the American people. Leave our health care alone. If the health care is good enough for us, it's good enough for Congress. Number 6, it's time to become energy independent. Drill here, drill now. This is America, for heaven's sakes. We can use good old American ingenuity, and we can be kind to the environment at the same time. 7, I believe in an audit of the Federal Reserve immediately. They are not accountable for their actions. They are selling bonds and buying them back. We're on a crash course with disaster. I'm in full support of our military personnel. I will defend our Second Amendment rights. Simple words, I stand for individualism, free enterprise, the work ethic, and as obstructionist to socialism.